Hello, welcome. This is Patty Bennett. I blog at pattystamps.com. I love sharing my Stampin' Up! Creations with you. And today we're going to be talking about these beautiful cherry blossom cards and how easy it is to add color to the cherry blossoms. So this is a Facebook Live, and if you're joining me live on Friday, January 24th, welcome. If you're watching the replay, that is awesome. If you're watching this on my blog or on YouTube, that is awesome as well. Welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me and that you have joined me. So we are going to be coloring these cherry blossoms, which they are super easy. I can't wait to show you how quick and easy these are. And I am just about 1 minute early here still for the live. So I just thought I would say hello, make sure everything was working. And oh my goodness, we have a super special guest watching, Sam Donald from the UK. I just saw that she's watching. Hey Sam, she just hit her 1 million in sales and I'm so excited for you, Sam. Welcome, welcome, and congratulations, big time. Oh, thank you. She says gorgeous. Well, we are going to be coloring these. This is going to be a really quick video because these are so fast and easy to do. And I hope that you enjoy seeing these as we color them today. So again, welcome. This is Patty Bennett. I blog here at pattystamps.com, and just about every day I have a project or a tip or something for you on my blog, and these will be on my blog tomorrow. Let's see. So tomorrow, excuse me, is January 25th. It's a Saturday. So if you want all the details and the shopping links, check pattystamps.com on January 25th for these. And then I also have a few other cards to show you that I will be blogging soon. So let's take a closer look. Let me just hold this up a little closer so you can see. This is the scalloped note card. It comes in a package, and I really love this pack. I opened one of them up so you can kind of see the colors. There's 4 colors in the pack. I have used 3 of the 4 on these cards. This blue didn't quite go with what I wanted to do with these, so I didn't use it on these. But the envelopes are adorable. These are 3.5 by 5 inch note card size. They're scalloped, and then the scalloped edge here reveals the white. So I thought these were really nice and crisp and clean looking. So I did one in the pink and one with the coral. Aren't they pretty? And notice the beautiful champagne rhinestones in the centers. Oh my gosh. I almost was not going to do that. And right at the very end, I added these, and it just makes these absolutely pop. They're gorgeous. So here's one with the olive, and it's a little bit different color combo. I'm going to show you the difference on that. And so what I put on the centers of these was some of the noble rhinestone peacock. The noble peacock rhinestones in the pink to pick up the pink tone in this, whereas these are a little more peachy pinky. And then this one goes a little more overboard with a few extra flowers and some designer paper. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely in love with these. And then this one is just the white note card, which I love. I use these a lot. These are in the annual catalog, as well as those scalloped note cards and envelopes. They're in the annual catalog. These are a thick base, and I really like them. They hold up nicely. I added a little bit of the designer paper on the envelope flap, and as well as a strip right down the middle. So those were the simple, quick note cards that I did. And if you're wondering where to find this beautiful image, it is part of the Parisian Blossoms suite. So this is in the 2020 January to June catalog, and it is in this bundle. So I've used this bundle, which is called Forever Blossoms, and you'll find it on page 15. So the stamp set and the dies look like this, and I used them both. So I'm just gonna pull this one out and the flower. I'll show you what that's like when you die cut those. So I used this bundle. Don't let me forget to show you the extra cards. I don't want to forget that. Somebody please remind me towards the end if I forget. I'm going to show you how to color these. So I had stamped several sheets of Whisper White. Oh, yeah, this is pretty too. We'll have to talk about that. Ah. Anyway, I had stamped several sheets of Whisper White like this. Okay, so I did 3 of the big stems and then some extra flowers. And at first, I couldn't decide what my color combinations were going to be. I actually tried several different combinations, and the 2 that I came up with that I liked the most were these 2. So this one is Petal Pink Flirty Flamingo Pear Pizzazz. And then if we switch out, we take away the Petal Pink and we add Cherry Cobbler, that is what I did for these. So Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, and Pear Pizzazz. And I actually have this graphic. This will be on my blog tomorrow. So if you forget what the colors were, they will be on there. But those were the color combinations I ended up liking the best. And so I thought I would just do one of each and show you what this is like when you use the sponge daubers. It's so fast. You're just not going to believe how easy this is, how quickly it comes together. And I have to keep them in order of lightest to darkest so that I don't mess myself up. So I have my Petal Pink labeled here for my sponge dauber for the Petal Pink, and then Flamingo and Pear. So those are the 3 I'm going to use, and it's going to be this one, which, let me just grab one of those cards so we can look at that. So it'll turn out to look like this one. And I see tons of comments going by. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I am not keeping up with those. I'm going to have to scroll back through, or if you have questions, I'm going to have to ask you to repeat, because I just realized I'm just so excited about this that I forgot completely to watch for your comments. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to add the lightest color, and we're just going to pounce, starting in the center and just gently working towards the edge. But we are leaving white, because that, to me, is one of the keys in coloring flowers, is leaving some white. You can see all the white that I've left around the edge. It just makes them pop. It makes them feel like the sun is hitting them. And it just, to me, makes them feel a little more realistic. So there's just Petal Pink. And then when we add the flamingo right in the center, this makes a huge world of difference. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that, so quick and easy. And as this kind of sits, it sort of, sinks in and blends a little bit. So for these 3 smaller images, I just sort of go on the side. I'm only going to use like the edge right there. And so I just kind of flick on the edge. And if it goes outside the lines a little bit, don't worry, because when you die cut it, your eye is not really looking at any little imperfection like that. Okay, so that's it for the color. That was all. And then for the Pear Pizzazz, again, I'm going to go kind of on the edge. I'm not going straight down. I'm going to use the edge because you don't have a lot of real estate on these petals. So just going from the base and flicking upward, and that just adds a little bit of green. And then I thought, well, I obviously can't do the stems with a dauber, so I just grabbed my Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blend, and I added the finer details of green with the marker. Now there's nothing against using more than one medium on a project, right? You can totally do that. And then I just came in from the bottom of each petal and pulled some darker color. I have to turn this. Pulled in some color like that, and then just a little bit with the darker Granny Apple, maybe a little bit just here and there under where it's going to be the darkest shadows. Some right here. And then one last time back with the light one just to blend out, just so that you don't have any harsh lines. And that's it. That's all there was to it. It's so easy. And then you take the matching die cut and you die cut it out, and you're going to get that. So simple. Super duper pretty, right? Then I would do the same thing and die cut the smaller flowers. This always takes me like 60 seconds or so to figure out which way to turn that. There we go. I think it's right there. So that's it. I mean, isn't that amazing? I think this is so cool. And I'll just quickly do, I'll just do like one flower of this one that has the cherry cobbler. So now our flamingo becomes the lightest, our cherry cobbler becomes the darker accent. And you'll see the difference when I do these side by side. So flamingo. And then cobbler. And a little goes a long way when you do cherry cobbler. So I'm just pouncing right in the center, just a little bit. And then we'll want to, do a little bit on those and go back and give it its lighter highlights. That's it. Like, that's all you do for those flowers. And then the exact same thing with the green. Die cut it with the die and you will have this one. So I'll show them both to you. Hopefully you were being able to see all of that. So that's the difference. And of course you can use any colors that you'd like. It's really fun to play around with them and just do a few other accents and darks and lights, and you could even do different flowers on the same stem in different color combinations. So totally up to you how you would like to do that. And that's it. Amazing, right? Totally amazing. So let's look at the other samples. I promised I would show you a few more. This one, I actually cut apart several of the stems and used different pieces and parts of them to sort of do this arc here. And it's just, it adds, Sam says, I'm like her, I can't put my finger in a dauber. I have never been able to put my finger in a thimble either when I'm sewing. I don't know what it is about it, so I'm with you, Sam. I'm just laughing at that. Anyway, so... Oh, now I'm going to crack up. Thanks, Sam. So this is one of the note cards. I did add a little bit of the beautiful Parisian Blossoms paper. So we'll look at that too. Let me get that out so I don't forget to show you. On the flap. And then I put it on the entire 3.5 by 5 front of the note card. Layered two different, well, this is a die cut, this is a punch. And then all of those beautiful flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. And then these two, this is kind of a pair. This is like a 2-for-1. So I embossed with the Parisian Flourish embossing folder, but I did it in Calypso Coral. So I did the whole piece in Calypso Coral. And then I die cut the stitched oval out of the center. So I got 2 cards out of the same piece. And you can see where I used a sponge dauber and I added a little bit of the Calypso Coral ink to the highlighted portions of the embossing folder. Just to, you know, gives it a fun contrast. And then these two are actually in an upcoming, is it Nature's Thoughts? I think that's what it's called. It is a new set of dies that is coming out on February 4th. It has these two like labels, I guess you would call them, in addition to a beautiful big round circle with flowers in it. So I used each of those on that, and some white ribbon and some petal pink ribbon, and of course the Eiffel Tower. So just some different ideas. We can look quickly at the different patterns. I used this in the background. Can you see how I've used the script there behind? So that was on that one. And I think you saw me use this one on a couple of them. Oops. I really should close those ink pads, you know, because they're probably going to something's going to land in those, and that won't be good. And then let me show you that tin. That was the last project that I did. And these will all be on my blog coming up soon. Like I said, that set of 4 note cards will be on pattystamps.com tomorrow. So that's these 3, excuse me, I think it's 3 of them. I think these 3 I did. And then everything else will be on my blog soon at pattystamps.com. And then this tin, I thought, oh, this is so beautiful with the copper, even though it's not really copper. I would call it more of a champagne, but I thought it went really well together. And I just layered a few pieces and an extra flower on top. Super simple, tied the ribbon around. I did attach the ribbon with tear and tape so that it won't fly off. So I have to decide who to give that to. Kind of pretty, huh? I like it, I like it, I like it. So that's what I wanted to show you. I'm gonna scroll quickly back and see if there's, Kathy is asking, can demonstrators get the die that was used for the sentiments before? Yeah, that's part of the pre-order, Kathy. Yeah, you can definitely get that as a demonstrator this month. And thank you. I'm glad you like both of the combinations, Kylie. Thank you, everybody, for your kind comments. I'm just checking to see if there's any questions. If you don't have one of these new catalogs or you want some of these products, you can visit me at pattystamps.com. I do have a link to request catalogs there. And I also have all of the supplies. They will be tomorrow. They will be there for all of these cards. And anybody else have a question? I'm not seeing, I don't see any other questions. Okay, so isn't that fun and easy? Super fast. And you can make a bunch of these really quickly and play with beautiful colors. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. And I will see you on another Facebook Live or on my blog soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.